Okay, we will be doing exercise 7.4. Okay. So let me explain the theorems one by one. This you don't have to memorize it, but then you have to know it, because based on these questions, let me give the questions so we don't know. Okay, so first one. Okay, so the first one is, if two sides of a triangle are unequal. So if we have if a triangle is there and none of the sides are equal, like this, so which means it doesn't work if it's 7 and 7, like this. It doesn't work in an isosceles triangle, it doesn't work in an equilateral triangle, it works only in scalene triangles. Okay, if the sides of a triangle are unequal, the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. So longer side to A doesn't do it, so angle opposite to this. So if I name this ABC, angle A will always be larger than angle B or C. But in this case, we cannot use that because we have two longer sides right now. Angle 7 and 7 is equal though. So opposite to this or opposite, we don't know which one is larger, right? So only when all three sides are different, then one of the sides will be longer than the rest. So then we can assume that it is longer. But if it's an isosceles triangle, for example, this 8, this 7, this 7, then we can say that this angle is larger, okay, because this 8 longer side. So isosceles TV, we can use this theorem in one of like this kind of isosceles triangle, but in this kind we cannot use. And in this one, scalene triangles, longer side always opposite to the larger one. Okay, next one, in any triangle, the side opposite to the larger angle is longer. So in a triangle, so which means even in this kind of this thing, isosceles triangles such as this 80 80 20, in that case it doesn't work here also. So this and this will be longer than this. That's what it means, nothing else. Okay, so only for those triangles where all the angles are different, right? Then since let's say this is 40, this is 50, this is 90, then the longer one will be which one? Okay, wait, 80, so 50, 55, 45. Then this one will always be larger than this and this. Okay, whenever all the three are different. But if it's like this, where two of the angles are same, we know that this and this will be equal, right? So if these two angles are larger than this, then this line will be smaller than at least this and this. That much we know. But we don't like, for it to be confirmed, we do this where all three angles are different. So if all three angles are different, the larger one will always be, the longer side will always be opposite to the largest angle. Okay, now the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. A very important one again. So if I draw, see, you can try this out yourself using a compass and a distinct scale. Okay, suppose you draw 7 centimeter and then you try to draw 3 centimeter, and then from this side you try to draw 4 centimeter. What will happen is 7 centimeter will drawn up by scale. If you take the compass and measure 3 centimeter and cut a line segment, it will come around here, the 3 centimeter. Line segment. And then you take the 4 centimeter and then place it here, 4 centimeter measurement. The line will come out like this, exactly here. So see, whenever you're trying to draw triangles, what happens is, so for example, let's say another triangle. Okay, not 3 4 7, let's say 7 4 5, suppose. Then what happens is, 4 you do it like this, 5 you do it like this, and then wherever the two cuts, 5 centimeter, 4 centimeter, wherever the two cuts you join, and it forms a triangle. Okay, that's how you do construction. But if you do contraction like this with 7, 3 and 4 measurements, they will meet exactly in this line only. Okay, so if they meet exactly at this angle, line, the cross mark, we have to join this, and it doesn't form a triangle at all. It's just forming a straight line. So which means, and if it's less than this two also, suppose it was 7, 3, 3, then after drawing the 7 centimeter line, you try to cut it, it'll come up here, you'll try to cut it, it'll come up here, it'll never touch also. Okay, so contraction kurang itu konsep tu buji apa orang buji na itu orang mau itu hisapnya dikai. So which means the longest one should always be smaller than, not even equal to, smaller than the two sides combined. So 3 plus 4 is 7 and it's 7. So it's exactly this, like this. If it's less, it won't even touch. 3 plus 3 is 6 and the longest side is 7, right? So this case is impossible to draw a triangle. This also impossible to draw a triangle. Only like this will work out. The longest one should be smaller than these two combined. So 5 plus 4 is 9. So obviously 9 is larger than 7. So now you can literally draw the triangles like this. Otherwise it will never connect. Okay, just try it with a compass and scale. You will notice that. So that's this thing. So which means one side, the longer side, should also be shorter than the sum of the other two sides. Okay, next, the last one. The perpendicular line segment is the shortest line segment drawn from a given point to any line segment. So if this is a line, okay, and we have a point, any point, from this point to this line, the shortest line will always be the one which is 90 degree. When you draw in 90 degree, this will be the shortest length. Okay, from a given point. So which means if you draw like not a 90 degree, non-90 degree like this will be longer than this. This will be longer than this. Which is that? So this will be the shortest line which can be drawn from a point to a line. That's why in a right angle triangle, if this is a 90 degree, we say this is the hypotenuse. Why is this a hypotenuse? Because hypotenuse means the longest side. So since this and this is the shortest side, so it will longest side automatic. There's a second reason for this also. The thing is, see, and in one of the questions I'll explain. Anyway, those are the theorems. Let's get started. So, two sides of a triangle are of length 5 centimeter and 1.5 centimeter. The length of the third side cannot be. It cannot be. Okay. So, if one of the side is 5 centimeter, I'll just write here. The other one is 1.5. And if we're supposed to do this, 3.6, then the longest one will be this one, right? So the shorter two, if we add them up, it will be 5 plus 6 is 11, 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 5.1. It is still longer than 5, so this is possible. This one is possible to draw a triangle. They're asking which cannot, okay, which is not possible to draw. So we take the 5 centimeter, there's a 1.5, and if we take the 4.1, this is still a longer side, so we're supposed to add these two. So if we add these two, 6, 5 plus 1 is 6, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5.6. Obviously, this will also be possible to draw. Now let's try this one. 5 centimeter, 1.5, 3.8. There's a longer side still, so you have to add these two. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 13, 1, 3, 4, 5. So this is also possible to draw. Why? Because this is still larger than this. So at last, this, most probably this, man. So this is still the longer side, so we have to add these two. 3.4, sorry. So 5 plus 4 is 9, 3 plus 1 is 4. See, this is the longer side and this is larger than even these two combined. So this is impossible to draw. So this is the correct option. Got it? Now number 2, question number 2. In triangle ABC, angle A is equal to 40, angle B is, so let's just draw a triangle. Let's see. ABC doesn't matter if the angles are double also. Angle A is 40, angle B is 65. So the shortest side of the triangle. So let's first find angle C, because shortest side will be the smallest angle opposite. The longest side will be the longest angle opposite, right? So angle A plus B plus C to 180 as is. A is 40, B is 65, C we don't know. So 180. So angle C equal to 180 minus, it is a plus 105 ona. So if you subtract these two, 5, 7, 75, right? So this one is 75. So this one, angle A is the smallest one. So A la opposite. Let me just draw this a little bigger. So we got this as 75, this is 40, and this is 65. And since 40 is the shortest, smallest angle, this opposite side is this one, which is BC. So BC will be the shortest side. Okay. Next, let's try. If they ask you the longest side, it would have been AB. Okay, by the way, because 75 is the largest one. Okay. Let's do 3. If the sides of a triangle are unequal, then the longer side is small. If two sides of a triangle are unequal, so if they are unequal, then the longer side will have. So if the sides of a triangle are unequal, the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. So that the longer side has greater angle opposite to it. The same thing. Okay, so this is literally the first theorem, number 1. So theorems can come in this kind of things also. So you have to remember that. So problem number 4. In triangle ABC, angle AB is 65, 65, smallest side. So let's draw the triangle first and then give the angles A, B, C. Angle A is 65, angle B is 65. So let's try and find C. Angle B plus angle C equal to 180. A is 65, B is 65, C we don't know. Angle C is equal to 180 minus 130, 60, 120, 125, 130. Yeah. If we subtract, we'll get 50, right? So we're getting this as 50. And obviously, we can 50 So this, since this is the smallest one, opposite to this side will be the smallest one. So AB will be the smallest. Okay. It will be the longest side there. There's no longest, it's just that this and this are equal because this is isosceles triangle. Got it? So question number 5. In triangle ABC, if angle B is a right angle, so let's draw a right angle triangle. Angle B. So if B is a right angle, then longer side will be these two. You already know. See, the thing is, I get more question. My explain. Second reason why AC is the longer side, opposite to 90 degrees is the longer side, is because in a triangle, when there's a 90 degree, okay, when there's a 90 degree, the other two angles cannot be larger than 90. It has to be smaller than 90. Why? Because suppose it to 90 as well now. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C, we know it's going to be 180 degrees, right? So angle A we don't know, angle C we don't know, but angle B we know that it's 90. Let's just write like this. So if I since it's 90 this side, angle A plus angle C equal to 180 minus 90, or angle A plus angle C equal to 90 degree. So mohon keep aja sabi. Itu plus correlation 90 power was mohon koto. So these two added up together, then only it becomes 90. So obviously these two are both less than 90. So in a triangle, if there's a 90 degree, we can surely say for guaranteed that this is the largest angle. So the side opposite the largest angle will always be longer. So easy. Writing a triangle 90 take 90 the opposite take as lamba wala is janjir. Okay, number 6. In figure, this is a textbook question. I think this is question number 2. I don't know. Side AB and AC of a triangle are extended to point P and Q respectively. Angle PBC is smaller than QCB. So let's let's just write here now. So this angle is QCB. This angle is larger than this angle. Because QCB is larger than PBC. Nah? So let's just do here because we just have to tick. So angle PBC is larger than angle QCB. Nah? So if I, for example, if I take this line, so you can clearly see that this angle and this angle added up together will be what? See, the straight line is no. Chapter 6 in a straight line, two angles together will always be 180, right? So this and this together is 180. So angle ABC plus angle BCQ will always be 180, right? So I'll just keep this equation 1. Okay, I'm gonna write it like so. Angle ACB plus angle QCB equal to 180. I want to replace QCB, that's why I'm gonna leave QCB here. 180 minus angle ACB straight line, okay, in case you don't want to get confused next time. Again, same thing, we can do it for this angle also. So angle ABC plus angle PBC equal to 180. Same reason, straight line. I want angle PPC here because I have to replace that equal to minus angle ABC. This much I hope you understood. So from 1, if I replace PPC by this, I'll get 180 minus angle ABC is larger than, instead of this, I'll replace this because QCB. 180 minus angle ACB. Okay. You don't want exam date on short So one more concept I want you to know is, okay, 180 we can cut it off. It's like equal to sign only. But before we cut the minus sign, I want to teach you a concept. So if I write minus 3 is smaller than minus 2, which is true, right? Minus 2 minus 3 because in negatives, the smaller the number is, the bigger it is, the value. So if I write minus 100 minus 1, it's true. Minus 1 is way larger than minus 100 because minus 102 in the number line, if you draw 0, this positive, it becomes larger and larger. So in this direction, it becomes increasing. So minus 1 is here, minus 2 is here, and way up down there it's minus 100, right? So it's increasing like this, so minus 1 is obviously larger than this. But if I cut the negative signs, okay, then what happens is the statement doesn't hold true anymore because we cannot, now that the negatives are cut, I cannot say that 100 is smaller than 1. Negative 1 is obviously smaller than 100. And this sign is larger than, so it's saying 1 is larger than 100, right? So one of the rules of linear inequality, this is called linear inequality, okay? So one of the rules is that whenever you cannot do this, so whenever you cut a negative and negative, what happens is the larger and equal to, smaller than sign reverses order. Negative cut, then it holds true. So if I cut this and this, I will not cut, but I nitikabo libi itu da hate aishu bulto itu change rabo ina hojo. Like 2 cannot be larger than 3 obviously, but 3 is larger than 2, so the equal larger than or smaller than sign reverses. Okay, so this negative and this negative are there, so if we remove the negatives, what happens is this will turn this side. Okay, so we're doing all of this so that we know. Let me redraw the background. Okay, or just write the equation here. So we can see the figure. So we got angle ABC. This angle is larger than ACB. This angle. So this angle is larger than this angle, right? That's what we got, ACB, ABC. So if this is larger, then this is longer than this. Second theory is up to the angle, the side opposite to the larger angle is larger, so not longer. So that's, remember this. The side opposite to larger angle is longer. So we can say that since this is larger, then this will be longer than this. So which means we could say AC is longer than AB. So we need to find the statement here. AC is longer than AB. It says, this says AB is longer than AC. This says AC is longer than AB. Yeah. Is BC, we don't have any information, so we cannot say, because we don't have the measurements here, so we don't know angle A. What is angle A? We don't know, so we cannot say this about anything. We cannot say about anything that includes BC. We cannot say or do anything about that. So that is it. Okay.